Welcome to All Horse Racing All the Time. I'm Alan, your host, here with some horse racing news and notes on this frigid Sunday morning here in New York. I'll tell you, we're really getting a blast of winter and it's not even here yet. But we got some stuff going on here in horse racing to talk about, and geez, it's about 4:30 in the morning. I'm working on my handicapping for my selections live streams today, and we got a good day of racing. We'll get to all this stuff, but first, coffee. Nice. Nice. Four Sigmatic mushroom coffee. Four Sigmatic mushroom coffee. Mushroom coffee is supposed to be good for your mental clarity, boost your mental clarity. Perfect for you horse players out there when going over the racing. And I usually go on a little run here of this stuff, 3-4 days in a row. And it is just delicious, and it's nice and hot here. Last night, Turfway Park, they had their synthetic championships racing Saturday night, and they did not disappoint. Turfway Park, known for its big, huge payouts, did not disappoint. One of the races in the synthetic championships had a couple of horses over 30-1 come in. The exacta was through the roof. 37-1. One was 34-1. And they had races last night, a bunch of them with bombs coming in, which is no surprise to Turfway Park. It makes it very exciting. Even exactas are gigantic at that place if you catch them just right. I had some winners there last night. Did have an exacta within the Futurity championships, not Futurity, the synthetic championships, but not the ones that were 30-1 shots. I'm talking like a $52 exacta, a lower priced winner, but in another. But the prices there did not disappoint, or they did, depending on how you played. Sunday morning here. Happy Sunday, everybody. Well, they did have the Futurity racing at Los Alamitos yesterday for 2-year-olds, and in the big race, Bob Baffert had 3 of the entries in the race, including the one that went off at 0.5 to 1, or basically 1 to 2. And that one wound up coming in third. The winning horse was Journalism by Mike McCarthy, 2-year-old out of Uncle Mo. Won the race by over 3 lengths at nice odds. And defeated Bob. Bob finished second and third in the race. How many times do you get only a handful of entries, and Bob Baffert, with 3 of them, doesn't win the race? And Journalism did win by 3.5 lengths. Was off the pace and close, and 3.5 lengths. And we don't have an Equibase speed figure on him yet, but did have a 103 in his previous, and now he's 2 for 3, 2 winners out of 3 tries. So that's one to keep an eye on. Journalism out of Uncle Mo going forward. But I'm working on the handicapping now. I got some news, some of the races coming up today. Right now, it's we got some carryovers to look at. I'm handicapping Aqueduct right now for the selections. I'm pretty much through with those. I still have a few races to go. Some other tracks to handicap. We do have some carryovers today to keep an eye on. Aqueduct, we got a $47,000 and change carryover in the pick 6. So you got something to work with there if you could connect. So that's a carryover. We got some other carryovers. Gulfstream does have a $337,000 plus carryover in their jackpot 6. So Gulfstream there, we'll be putting our selections out there for Gulfstream and Aqueduct today, of course. You got those carryovers, so that's pretty interesting. And I'm going to be adding a third track as well. And one that does look interesting is Woodbine. Woodbine, they do have a carryover in the pick six of $17,896 there. And of course, Woodbine's an exciting track to play. You have your 20-cent trifectas and also your pick threes you can play for 20 cents. So you don't break the bank. You want to open it up a little bit. And the Super High Five has a jackpot carryover of over $75,000. And one thing I find interesting about the Woodbine card, which I probably will end up, I still have to handicap Gulfstream after I finish up an Aqueduct. And then I'll probably likely be going over to Woodbine. They do have a stakes race today. They get started early. It's an intriguing card. It was between there and the Fairgrounds. Fairgrounds is a smaller card, but Fairgrounds, they're getting their sea legs yet. They really start to heat up over at the Fairgrounds in January, February, when they get involved with the Kentucky Derby qualifying races. So the point system, so their big races are ahead, and Woodbine intrigues me. And not only because of the carryovers and the great wagering options, they also bring today a 13-race card to the table. 13 races. They get started just after 1:10 p.m. Eastern time, I believe, but they run right through after 7 o'clock. I think the last race, it goes off after 7, around 7:10, 7:13, somewhere in that neighborhood. So they're a horse racing companion, per se, for you horse players out there, enthusiasts who are playing. Since you have a companion for the entire afternoon into the evening, so they'll actually be night racing there once it gets dark. They'll be there all day long. If you get sick of the football games, or you're not into football, or you're strictly into horse racing, you got it there. You can walk away, right? Maybe you get tired of it. Maybe you won a lot of money and you withdrew it and you're done for the day. Bravo for you, great job. Maybe you won a lot of money and you want something else to do, something else to play, and most of the big tracks have wound down by now. So you got Woodbine there, after dinner, they still have some races coming up. Or maybe you lost money. Heavens forbid you lost money. Well, not heavens forbid, because you're betting with your head not over it, right? You're having fun. Horse racing is still a fun game. It's supposed to be fun, but it also can be exciting, and it could also be lucrative if you have a good handle on what you're doing, or even if you're a birthday player, or a gray horse player, or a cat horse player, or maybe you're sitting around and you're throwing at a dartboard to get your numbers. Well, Woodbine, you still have an opportunity to win money. So if you're betting wisely or responsibly, there should be no problem. So you got Woodbine. I'm thinking about that 13-race card. How can you go wrong? It's a Sunday. Ice water in the veins, you hear me talk about this a lot. We're playing the races with ice water in the veins, and that's something I'm really serious about. You want to be playing on an emotionally in the right place, mentally, emotionally, when you play the races, because it's so easy to get wrapped up in after a big win or a big loss. Oh God, big loss. You don't want to let that affect you, that it throws you off the rails, right? You want to have this same mindset whether you win a race, whether you lose a race, or you don't play at all. If something happens and you feel yourself you're shaken up after a race, maybe you won really big and now you're already looking where can you use this money? Because it's, hey, I'm playing with house money now. No, it's not. There's no such thing as house money. Once you win the money, it's your money. If you want to put that to the test, to prove what I'm saying here, turn around After you win big or you win whatever you win, turn around and withdraw the money, transfer it into your bank account, or go to the teller and get your money. And it's your money now. It's not the house money. Keep that in mind. It's real. So make a habit of that. Turning around and withdrawing after the races. I do that if I have a nice day, or even something, a decent day, or even might be a day where I win 50 something bucks. It doesn't have to be in the hundreds or more. I might just turn around and say, hey, you know what? I've had it. Let me transfer this into the bank, and it's right there. Do that, and it's an option. It's real money. You're not playing with monopoly money. You don't want to be turning around betting your rent money or your mortgage payment, or you don't want to get in trouble at home. You know, whatever, where you're in a bind because of your horseplay and because of your reckless horseplay. You could be the best handicapper in the world, but if you don't have the emotional fortitude to play these races on an even keel, you can get into trouble. So play the races with the ice water in the veins, and trust me on this. You won't be sorry. Um, it pays off. And I wasn't, a lot of times I go to the track, people can't tell after the race whether I won a race or I lost a race or I passed. Was I always that way? No. In the beginning, my horse playing, when I got involved with horse playing, forget it, man. I was one of the loudest guys at the track. If you want to get loud, fine, but on the outside, but on the inside, you still want to be even. I know it's exciting to cheer for the races. You don't want to let it get out of hand, though. Keep that in mind. And if you don't believe, trust me on this. I'm telling you, somebody got to tell you the truth. It might as well be me. Well, I got to get back to the handicapping now. I have a lot of work to do. I still got, like I said, I got Gulfstream. I got to finish up the aqueduct. They got the carryover there, and of course the late pick 4. That's where personally I'd be playing that. You can play the 50-cent pick 4 races over there, and they usually offer some nice opportunities. We've got some really good racing over there today. Some allowance races during that stretch. So finish your coffee. Have a great Sunday, everybody. And if you're playing the races today, best of luck and best of luck and win big. And remember, may the horse always be with you.